for the youth who feel like they have the right idea for their lives, oftentimes they will clash with their parents. Okay, so this is going to bring me to my final question, inshallah, for the evening. Their parents will tell them, no, this is the right way to do it. And the child will oftentimes say, you always are telling me no, and you're always restricting me or constraining me. What do you tell the youth who feel like they're constantly combating their parents? What would your response be to them?
I'm going to talk personal experience. At the end of the day, I'm a 21-year-old born and raised in America. I'm going to talk about myself, right? We as Muslims, 2023, in America, we live in a sandwich. As young Muslims living in America, we live in a sandwich. One side of the sandwich is our immigrant parents, first or second generation, that came to this country seeking something better. But the traditions, their understandings, the values that they have, they're not moving. They're not changing. Okay. So on one end of the sandwich, we have our parents that have their rock-solid mind that what they believe in and what they think in and the paths that they decide for us are what's right. And that everything else is wrong. So what we often feel is misunderstood. We're sitting at home, we're trying to talk to our parents about whatever's happening around us, and they have no idea what we're talking about. We feel misunderstood. But then on the other side of the sandwich, we go out in this dunya, and we feel lost. We feel out of place. We're like, okay, I'm not trying to be that religious, but I know that what they're doing is wrong. I go to school, my friends are going to this place after class, after work, and I know that I don't belong there. So then also on the other side of the sandwich, we also feel misunderstood, but we also feel misplaced. We feel lost. We feel that we don't belong. So now when we're sandwiched between feeling misunderstood, and between feeling misunderstood and between feeling lost and out of place, we're just in this, dizziness of we don't know what to do and where to go. Now, I'm not saying this to tell the parents, what, you're doing everything wrong and you need to just let your kids go. Absolutely not. But here's what needs to happen. What needs to happen is we need to meet on a middle ground that is based off of the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His beloved Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Parents need to understand that if you want your children to continue as Muslims, most importantly, but also to continue as contributing members of their families, feel attached to their cultures back home, to help nurture their communities, you're going to need to be able to cater to their needs. You need to start understanding that how you did things specifically may not exactly fit your children in this day and age. But also us as children, we need to understand that our parents come with experience, come with value, and come with respect that they deserve. So we both need to meet on a middle ground. Let me just give a small example. SubhanAllah, I was just talking about this case 2 days ago. Egyptian sister, Pakistani brother. The parents don't want a cross-cultural marriage. Okay? Where in the Quran does it say you can't have a cross-cultural marriage? But to the parents, the two kids that fell in love and want to seek the proper path of the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ and Allah, now they're making the halal haram. So then these kids, do you really expect them to, when you tell them seek the halal path, you know what all they're going to think about? When I came to seek the halal path, all what my parents did is put a brick wall right there. We need to understand, it's not like back home. No, it's going to be very hard for your daughter to marry the same guy from your small little village. It's hard. And it's not what Islam taught us. You need to understand that Islam is different than our culture. Now, I'm not telling you to abandon your culture and your values, but Islam needs to come first, and you need to look at the reality that you're in and be able to meet halfway on that basis of the Prophet ﷺ's teachings in the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
I love that. And it's a relevant example. SubhanAllah, this is something that we're experiencing in our communities every single day. And the conflict between culture and deen, right? Deen should always trump our culture, always. And sometimes the parents aren't listening to the kids, other times the kids aren't empathizing with the parents. And there's a lack of rationality on both sides. So there's gridlock and confusion. So this was one of my favorite sessions. I think
Same.
these anecdotes are very important because they apply to every single day life. And some of these examples may be more pertinent to you.